All right. I do just want to say this is all being done in one huge session. I'm just gonna cut up to a bunch of parts with some skippage and all that. So we just gotta go to the bench and organize our thoughts. Um, where is it? Oh, I'm just gonna go this way, just for the hell of it. Something I did notice for a while was not for a while, for like a short time, was that audio from Genshin was too soft for OBS to pick up on. Let me see if I can mess with audio again. Alright, let's see how that goes. Alright, yeah, no, we should be good. We should be good for this. Maybe turn it down a bit. Uh, yeah, I'll just kick it up to there. Okay. It should be fine otherwise. Oh, wait, there's a notice. There is a notice here. Update summary, yada yada. Okay. To my knowledge, they haven't fixed the stuff with the Razer Chromas or whatever. So I can't use Chroma. So that's why you can probably hear. You can probably hear clicking from my mouse.
Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb you.
Yeah, no, this is some trippy shit for an Archon quest. Why are we watching the sun go down? Hold on, gotta do the base thing and.
The
Oh.
dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
I spilled a little bit. Whoops. That's a big goof. Oh well, I got some cocaine or cola on me, so there you go. That's the little noise you're hearing.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away.
I'm trying so hard not to spill.
Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both together. This time, we're gonna get to the truth.
Now, see, I don't know if that's that simple. To be perfectly honest, Paimon, I don't know, man. It's so sketchy. Yeah, no, this is kind of nuts. This whole fucking Archon quest is kind of nutty. Like, holy shit, some of these things fuck with your brain. Like, on God. Alright, something I'm probably gonna forget later on while editing this giant heap of a video is try to cut away parts where it's just me walking or trying to get to somewhere. Exploring I'll probably do on my own time, just cause some of this shit is super weird. Let's talk to the Archon.
You're back. I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces, are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival? Okay. First...
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. and it grants knowledge to the people. We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
Yeah, sorry. It's kind of hot in here, so I might end up turning on my fan higher at the moment. So you might hear my fan a bit more, but I should be good otherwise. I'll try to keep the mic away for the fan. Probably like that. That should do.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence. Those spaces remind me of dreams, like the one I had in the Avidia Forest, except these have no sign of human presence. The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean?
They're giving him more voice lines, so that's pretty cool.
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon.
Oh shit, that was right? Okay.
We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
Could that be it?
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when he was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now. Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
Oh my god, it's some Danganronpa levels of shit.
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. And it grants knowledge to the people. It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
This is it?
That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think.
Start clicking. Okay.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams, too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that? Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
For the Dendro Archon, looking as how she is, she
Opposite of how
surprisingly
Anisha
fits the God of
understood it.
Wisdom role very well.
Mama remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all a dirty trick? The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
This is genuinely unexpected plot development for Sumeru. I expected we deal more with the Emirites. Unless we're to get that in the future quest, but I expected to fight them on head on right away. Not this. Then again though, this is a really good, this is welcome.
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
Oh, good lord. Okay, let's see here.
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night. even though we removed our Akasha terminals.
What about the speech?
The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more? Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared. I can't seem to cohesively piece everything together.
Is it the mental fatigue? No. So the Sage's speech. This one.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sumeru's festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha.
Collective consciousness
No one is
controlled.
any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sumeru's festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha. And so it continues. So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine.
A dream
Did
field
Paimon get that
tiller?
analogy right? Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into. Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything. Alright, last question. Who am I?
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred to herself as the moon...
So you noticed.
I think we called it from the trailers, but in terms of if you didn't look at the trailers, you saw it as blind. This would have shocked you.
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last. That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali, Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
A lot of questions, but now is not a good time.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now. You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own,
Oh, you'd be
your notion
mind
of
fucked.
reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing.
I'm pretty sure she's straight up the god of dreams, but she could do very well as another god of wisdom, like honestly.
Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced the Sumeru's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, Their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sumeru's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream. That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what you mean? Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of deja vu.
Even though...
Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sumeru's festival Samsara. All their dreams are stolen from them over and over again.
So... they expect you to have Traveler here be infected by Dendro, like have all the Dendro stuff over here. As you can see, I still have Geo. That was due to me, right as the update came out, I didn't do the story process right away. What I ended up doing is joining co-op world with a bunch of friends, and we solved that one domain in the chasm. So that's why he's Geo, C6 Geo. So yeah.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end? And if so, when? We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate. Especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them. People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this! I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Salty child. She's just trying to have a grand old time, and then the academia and the people who believe in Rukkhadevata are like, nah, fuck you, you don't exist. And I'm here like, why you gotta do this to her? She's just trying to live. Your previous god died, and she's just trying to fill in the role, fill in the shoes. You're making it so that she can't do her job. She can't do the best she can do. Bruh, y'all are rude.
Even you don't know the reason? Wow. Now that's strange.
See what I mean?
The academia sages are
See what I mean?
determined
They're just
to
trying to
harvest
fuck
lots
with
of
her.
dreams in a
That's not
short
cool.
time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, they're...
Traveler, do you have any information?
This one.
The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more?
I think it has to do with the Grand Sage. I really think it does.
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean... deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety? No matter what they're trying to do, this is unforgivable.
Yo, let's go. Fight back.
After we end the Sumeru's festival Samsara, we have to look into them. How can the sages of the academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous!
Well, that one can be easily explained. They don't like Kusanali. Because it hurts them that their original god, Rukkhadevata, died. And they cannot accept that from what I can understand in the story so far. They're just salty as fuck, and fucking Nahida is trying to do her best. Kusanali is trying her best, god damn it. Why they gotta fuck with her?
In the end,
Bruh.
I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone. A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in riddles again.
No, this one's easy. The beep.
Oh, we're out of time today. I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Another groggy headache, meaning another Sub-Zero's festival.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Where's...
What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
Oh, no.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct. Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way. Are we too late? The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Oh, no.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also going to disappear? She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream.
No.
So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going. But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
That's because of the whole puppetry.
And can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler. And you know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet. Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness. And it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all. Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts.
No.
It was as if she
Come
only lived to
on.
stall her Elazar.
Oh,
I just
man.
gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still...
Oh no. Gotta wipe the manly tears away. Gotta wipe them away. Oh, that's... Damn, that's rough. Oh, that's rough. Oh, shit, man.
Far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon.
Bruh, you really do so much.
If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sumeru's festival with so many regrets.
Bruh, no. No. No, she did her best. She did her best. Come on, game.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone.
Yo, Paimon based. Paimon based.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon. Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
Shogun. Zhongli.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
So can we beat up the sages?
How do we do that? Although the Sumeru's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it. Huh? So, how should we find that person? Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream. Imagination? What do you mean by that? Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food. Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens,
would it be Nilu
the person
dreaming?
will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken.
Would it be
How are we
Nilu?
going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Bruh.
And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara. As for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the traveler went?
Yes, I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
I'm still a little upset that we've come this far only for Dunyarzad to...
What about Kale?
She was such a
no.
good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her.
Kale and Dunyarzad.
Yeah.
No.
Saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake.
Bro, right it feels. Come on,
Do you
man.
think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
Oh, man. Dude, come on. It's always the Archon quest. And there was Shenhe who actually made me cry like a bitch. But I didn't record that, so I'm good. An unsuspecting host.
That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control, like Nahida and us. So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
The one with the strange getup.
Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole Sumeru's festival, right? Pretty core character. Let's go ask him some questions, shall we?
What if it's Nilu of all people? Oh god. So we gotta find Night Boy.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishing!
Just get some-
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh,
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her.
Aww.
I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
so you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is.
He doesn't back down. Let's go.
When she
Vihar, let's
placed the hat of
go.
the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival.
This man's a Chad. Let's
What
go.
she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her knight of flowers
Oh wait,
for the rest of my
I
life.
might have to take that back.
50 years? 100 years? I'll serve her till the end of time.
Ooh, wait. Actually, though,
Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh, you're...
What?
Faki? Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy.
Nilu? Is it Nilu? I think I'm saying her name right.
It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But none of them has any idea that
Dia.
she...
Dia knows. Dia knows of her illness.
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, yeah, no. Change events. See what happens.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yanni's pay me, not you. You... Fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skills.
Change events. Change the dream.
Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup. Suit yourself. You're going down.
I don't have that good of stats for Shogun, but I have something.
Illusion shattered. Whirling snow. Sakura swirl.
Let the show begin.
Now you shall perish.
You want this? Need.
Reinforcement. Oh, I missed him.
Nice and spicy.
There we go.
At the right pan, it's the...
Illusion shattered.
My opponent. Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nihida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this.
The last time he got angry was at during Inazuma.
And speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up?
Oh
She said
yeah.
it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around, yeah. Even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search. This is the place. It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but... Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside.
What did she get?
This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing. Should we open it?
What's the book say? Oh man.
Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us even while we were away. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sumeru's festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sumeru's festival, right?
Is she the dream host?
If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her.
Aww.
Hey! Where are you off to now?
Are we gonna find that Scaramouche or the Doctor for 2 is gonna be somehow involved?
It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago.
Oh no, come on, man. Why you gotta hit me more feels? Ah. The story so far, I've always had a Genshin impact. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that, but that point does stand. These stories do leave an impact on you. Oh man.
Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Milu's dance of Sub-Zeros.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That's something she said before.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come...
Not leave it behind any regrets.
What? Where are we going this time?
Oh, we're going up there. We're going to watch the dance. Hopefully they don't fuck it up. Hopefully the sages don't come in and fucky-wucky everything. Because that will make Paimon very upset, Paimon.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this? Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia. I don't want to drag you into this.
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste.
Oh, this is intense.
Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this.
It is
So
Nilu.
they're just substitutes.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Oh no.
The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful
It
shade.
is Nilu. I think she's the dream host. I honestly think she's the dream host.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. 10 years odd. Did you find these?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away?
She is the dream host.
How?
Yeah. What's going on here? Huh? You guys are acting weird. But okay, I'll try. Hey!
They disappeared! So
Oh my god, I was right. I was fucking right. Let's go.
purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Padisaras in the flower pots. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu? But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming. How should we make Nilu realize that?
Am I dreaming?
She can hear us.
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sabzerus festival?
I hate the burster bubble, but no.
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage, huh?
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you?" Have a safe journey, my love. In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia. What a happy ending.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
The dream was the journey,
Yes.
maybe.
But his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can.
Please dance your heart out. We're going with this one. Oh my god.
The wait is over, everyone.
If only Dunyarzad could see this, though.
The dance of Sub-Zero's.
Wait, she's making everything disappear.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Milu's dance.
No, she's there in spirit. There's no beep.
Good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time. Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night? Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zero's festival. The Sub-Zero's festival! Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero samsara? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal!
Is she okay? Is she okay? Please?
She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What usual spot?
Wait. Normally I said that we would have skipped, but I want to see this. Catherine!
Well done, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, no, that's Nahida.
And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay!
Oh, a Traveler Paimon. I have something amazing to tell you. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilu performing the dance of Sub-Zerus.
Oh, thank God she's alive. That was the Dendro Archon right there. I want to talk to her. That was a quest thing, but I'm gonna talk to her.
Actually, Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zerus festival.
Oh.
And Dunyarzad, did you save her?
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the traveler's favorite bench?
It's so weird to hear Catherine with that voice. I do wanna. Oh, okay, these expired. But, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh wait, recipes. Character development stuff. Oh, we haven't touched Dendro Traveler yet. Oh my God, there's another waypoint here. I didn't even notice it. I'm gonna get that one.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's alright.
After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zerus festival, I left the city and saw what the traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. Not a moment too soon.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying.
It's so weird to hear this from Catherine.
Emotions.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
True.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
At the Avidia forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious and dream of a huge tree and a red sky.
You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world and forget me.
Yeah, so you do know. We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky was related to Conria.
Oh my God, Paimon.
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul.
It's a euthymia. It's a euthymia.
As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable.
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of their conspiracies.
Ooh.
Okay, so what does the message mean?
Pain.
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha isn't currently capable of doing that. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it.
I'm gonna pause real quick. Alright, I'm back, G. Sorry, I had to pause right there.
Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the Academia about this many times, but people still keep falling victim to it.
Bruh.
But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher it.
So
Bro,
the
moment.
tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is sick. Is it because of the contaminated consciousness? But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for you was all in vain.
The Traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it. No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This is the only one left. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Tevat's.
Oh man.
To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
Nice.
How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Does this mean you can also occupy other people's consciousnesses?
Collective
Theoretically,
consciousness
I can enter
controlled.
anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha. I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Did we just learn some deep dark
Oh my
secrets
god, yeah, no, they
about
just
what
confirmed she is a
Catherine
puppet.
No. No wonder Paimon felt something was off about her.
Snezhnayan
What
puppet.
about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surasthana?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But I've hardly heard from them since. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me, a symbol of her passing.
So, the sages
Snezhnayan
basically
bionic
put
puppet.
their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they? Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahida?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation. And I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the Academia is also more proficient at governing this country. My existence has little meaning.
Pain.
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you.
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity in the meantime. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that should be enough. There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. This is the first time I've seen them step out of line.
Probably because
I
Ether
wonder
came
what
along.
caused them to go down this path. and what they hope to achieve.
Either that or for
Even
Tui.
though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the traveler hadn't broken the Sumeru samsara, the situation could have become dire. I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to purposely avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. I think they're deliberately trying to hide something.
So we gotta kick their ass.
Prince Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Kainari to join some kind of project. Could it be related?
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed. But I'll have to be discreet, or they'll see me coming. You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
Yeah, it's been such a long time. No one's noticed something's up?
It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimately, it's all rooted in the sage's misdirection.
Misdirection?
The sage has convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dreaming is a badge of honor in Sumeru, even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha. With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this. Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any voices of doubt. By now, even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams.
Pain.
Got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge.
If I forget, I have my own video to look back
be
to.
honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sumeru samsara in the immediate future.
Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us.
Oh, man.
What a relief. This is truly the most exhausting birthday I've ever had.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go. Thank you.
Oh man. Alright. And we have a new quest now. Let's take a break from here for a moment. I'll check some achievements. Yeah.